Welcome back to Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Tuesday, April 9th, 2019. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. One of the things I've gotten better with as I've gotten older is knowing how to surround myself with the right people who keep pushing me out of my comfort zone and forcing me to do better. So if you're Maxx Charles and you can link up with Arnold Classic champ Brandon Curry for a shoulder workout, that's about as out of your comfort zone as you can get. A few days ago, Team Charles released a short clip from a joint training session with longtime friend Brandon Curry, which I'm sure must have been a sight to behold for everyone else in the gym that day. I've heard that Max is on pace for a strong 2019 campaign, and if he ends up back on the Olympia stage, he'll end up looking back at this moment like it was one of the big reasons why. The Arnold South America is set to run from April 12th through the 14th, which at this point is just a little more than a week away. And if I were a betting man, I'd probably think about throwing down a few dollars on Rafael Brandao as someone who could pull out the win. Over the weekend, Rafa released a new progress photo to give the good people of Brazil an inside look at what their guy is about to bring to the biggest sports festival on the continent. At this point, Rafa's performance back at the Arnold Classic has been well documented. But if he can show up and top that look in front of a crowd that should be packed full of his fans, it's going to be pandemonium when the smoke finally clears and the prizes are awarded. The more time you spend in the gym, the more important it becomes to train smart if you're trying to play the long game. So hopefully for his sake, Sammy Trudi learned that lesson early, because I know some people who expect big things from the 212 All-Star this year. Yesterday, Sammy released a new progress photo from what turned out to be his first leg session since he injured his back a few weeks ago. At least at the moment, everything seems to be moving in the right direction as he gears up for his season debut. Last year, Sammy put together the best run of his pro career, which was highlighted by his first trip to the Olympia. So if he can manage to stay healthy, I don't see any reason why he wouldn't lock up a qualification in the next few months to bring that Olympia streak up to 2. When you're an athlete, you know you're starting to hit your stride once you see those deep lines starting to come in. But when you hit that mark early in your prep and you're packing 10 more pounds of muscle than you've ever had, well, that's the moment where all the pain and the struggles start to feel like it was all worth it. This week, we saw another update from Antoine Valiant, who's starting to get that deep line look halfway through his Toronto Pro prep. I think the fact that he's been a while since Antoine's been at this point probably works in his favor in a weird way, because he's a little fresher physically and mentally than some of the other guys in the lineup. But if he really wants to bring this thing full circle and make this comeback something people will remember, he better make sure that he closes hard down the stretch. For a lot of figure fans, the New York Pro is the biggest show of the season outside of the Olympia and the Arnold. And a few days ago, I heard a rumor that this year's lineup might be getting a little Colorado kick for it now that Camala Rodriguez is thinking about throwing her talents into the mix. A few weeks ago, Camala looked pretty damn good with the top 4 performance she put on down at the Arnold Australia. But now that she knocked the rust off and has another month or so to tighten up, she should be on the short list of potential winners here in New York. And I've seen it enough times to know that you don't count out a 100% Camala Rodriguez, because she's still one of the best in the business. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions, and make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.